First of all, thank you to everybody who sat up front. I don't know why people are all the way in the back. You know. Oh, you are? Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. This is my first convention. So I didn't know there's assigned seating, so I didn't, but I'm going to push this forward. For those of you who don't know, I'm a stand-up comedian, so I know about audience intimacy, and it's important that I be as close to you people as possible. And once we get this all set up, I'd like to thank everybody else on the panel, too.
Orny.
Yes.
Can we, if you're going to be able to take some questions, can we invite people with questions already prepared to start lining up along the wall?
We can do whatever you want. Are the people in the back allowed to ask questions? Because, you know, and only tweet pictures I look skinny. That's my only rule. That's it. Because I can look 15 pounds different from picture to picture. So. Some of you look familiar from social media, and thank you for the people that are wearing my shirts. Yeah. You guys are great fans. Well, go ahead, if somebody has a question, or I'll just keep rambling, because I can go for an hour. I do this every day.
Well, what's your favorite part about playing coach?
I think what I love about the coach character is he knows absolutely nothing. Or he knows everything and just doesn't care. And so I like that I'm somewhat autonomous on the show. Like I feel like all that other stuff going on doesn't matter or concern me, and that's what I love about it. Because if Coach really knew everything, I don't know if he would yell at these kids the way he does. So that's my favorite part. And listen, I've been doing comedy 20 years, and they could have stuck me on some shitty sitcom on another network, and it would have been moderately funny. But because I'm on Teen Wolf, and it's such a seriously written show, and it's well written, Coach really, to me, feels like it stands out from the rest of the cast, and that to me is really my favorite part. And I think we all should petition to get Coach a theme song. You and Jaws was right. Dun 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 dun. Oh, good. It's about to get good again. Jaws is back, right?
That was actually a question in our last panel.
Well, I knew that. That's why I answered it.
So what would yours be, though? You want Jaws? That's what you want?
What's that?
What would your theme song be then? Jaws, then? Is that what you want?
No. It'd have to be original, but it would have to be like everyone goes, Coach is coming. You know what I mean? Like there'd be excitement. Twitter would blow up. Shit would trend. It's a big deal.
And my question is, when you were reading the scene where Coach got shot with the arrow, what was your reaction? Did you think he was going to die, or like?
No, because I have a contract. But I did tear up. I did actually get emotional because I've become attached to this character. And again, there were such funny takes where I was just grabbing people going, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And I go, Ethan, get it out of me! And you go, I'm eating. I go, Ethan, shut it! There were such great takes. There should just be a DVD of Coach outtakes. I'm What's that?
Hashtag Coach outtakes.
Yes!
Try to get that going.
Yes! Yes! You guys spend too much time talking about how cute Dylan is on Twitter. Equal it out!
Hello, my name is Katie, and my question is, because in the last episode you were in, you had more of kind of a non-comedic scenes. Your scenes were a bit more dramatic, and we got to see kind of a different side of Coach, which, by the way, you were amazing in. And you blew me away with that performance, by the way. You were the best part of that episode. But I was wondering how you kind of balance the comedy and the drama, or how you handled that, having those dramatic scenes when you're usually with all the comedy?
I would rather carry a heavier dramatic load on the show at this point. Funny is very easy for me, and I would rather at this point sort of be more involved. I'd like to, you know, give Styles a sex speech.
He needs it. He needs it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to, I sort of, you know, growing up, my coach was always somebody that you confided in if you had a problem, and I've always wanted to be a confidant on the show.
And that's something that happens in the movie with Coach as well, in the original Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of comics play dramatic roles because we have that darkness to us, and so it comes sort of easy. It just, you know, I like it. So it's a great question. I hope I answered it. Did I?
Yes, you did. 100%. And I was gonna say, like I said, that was the best part of the episode because that
why aren't you videotaping when she says it's the best part of the episode? On the camera. When I go like this, yes. I'm sorry.
This is the best part of the episode, people.
Now back on me. Back on me. Yep, stand up, yeah, there you go, yeah. Push in, pull in, pull in. I'll do a posy.
Hi, it's Selma again.
Hey.
I was just wondering, what was your first impression of the rest of the cast?
I love the rest of the cast. I mean, I absolutely, shooting the pilot episode was just so much fun because nobody had any sort of, we didn't know where it was going to go, there was no ego, and we all became friends really quickly, and there's mutual respect. I have such respect for Tyler and Dylan that their egos have not gone to their heads. They really, it comes from them down that this is such a level-headed, cool show. So we all get along, it feels like a family. Again, in my stand-up world, stand-up critics can be brutal. They love to rip you apart. Fans like to tell you, they remind you of other comics. They love to tell you, that's not funny, I've seen that before. On the show, it's nothing but love from the cast and the fans. So when I go on the set, it feels like a family. So, yeah.
Hello, I'm Kendall.
Hey, Kendall.
I was just wondering if there's a particular scene that you're really proud of.
Yeah, I think that scene with Meredith in the classroom is one of my favorite. The scene where my office falls apart. One take. You can only do one take because walls were falling. It was actually bigger than it appeared on TV. And if they would have reset the office, it would have taken about 5 to 6 hours to do it again. And they wanted to do it in 2 parts where I fell in a second part, which I don't think they really showed, but I fell, and then there was a camera right there, and they were afraid I was going to fall on something, and I go, just do it. I go, if I fall 2 feet, who cares? Let's shoot it, let's go, you know? I could do this show, I could shoot it in 3 hours, to be honest with you. They wasted a lot of time. So those scenes I love, and then the cupcake scene, which was a complete improv. So I don't think Stilinski really knew I was going to say I like to go cupcake, and then he didn't smile, and then he brought it back at the end. He's really, he's funnier than you would imagine, Stilinski. So those are the scenes that I remember.
Thank you, Cupcake.
I can also tell you when I did that scene with Meredith that they wanted me to do it completely different, and I stuck to my guns and I said, you know, in this case, Coach isn't trying to be funny, but everything that comes out of his mouth is just automatically funny, even when he's trying to be serious. And there was a take where the girl who plays Meredith, I'm sure she has a name, was in tears, and we were both tearing up, and she's a fantastic actress. And I would love to see her more involved in the show.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Danielle. I didn't give you my name earlier. My question is not related to Teen Wolf. I just want to know, like, if you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life on repeat, what would it be?
Groundhog's Day. I love these questions, like on Twitter, like where you have to answer it. There's only one movie. It's so extreme, you guys.
Well, it's more fun that way.
Yes. What movie would you watch?
Rich Casting the Sundance Kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't get as big a laugh. This guy's filming the whole thing.
I work here.
You work here, okay. Shoot down, I look skinnier. If you get on a chair, stand up.
Stand up?
Yeah, I know how this works.
Hi, I'm Rhiannon, and which Teen Wolf character do you think has of the personality most like yours?
Let's see. Well, I don't watch the show. I'm sure that doesn't surprise many people. I don't think anybody really on the show is like me. I don't think, who would you say is most like me?
Well, I don't know you personally, so.
Well, this is me, what you see. And when a lot of who I am on the show is an extension of me, and I think it's what we would like to be in real life. I mean, isn't it fantastic to just tell somebody to shut up? Without, you know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times a day I would like to tell somebody to shut up without repercussion, without worrying about being, punched, or losing a job, or work, or friendships, or relationships. But every day I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to a friend, and I just want to go, shut up, shut it, shut them up. Which one's Derek? Good question. I guess, yeah. I'd like to take a question from the cheap seats. They're people too. People in the back are people too. Is there going to be this many different hair colors at the other conventions, or is this an exceptional hair color convention?
All right, my name's Liz, and I know you do stand-up and you do a little bit of improv. Do you ever do any of that on set for any of Coach's lines, or are they all scripted?
Well, it's an excellent question. Apparently there is a script. And I do everything I can do to put myself into the script, which drives Jeff crazy. But I was hired for this show based on my stand-up comedy and based on Jeff being a fan.
Hey, Cupcake.
Hey, buddy.
My question is, when you got this role, did they approach you because you've done comedy, or did you audition? And how did the character different from that very beginning point where you knew you were going to get this role to what it's become?
Well, it's a great question, and you should definitely ask Jeff that question tomorrow. He tells it really the story really passionately, and so he sent a script to my agent. He said, I'm interested in Orny to play the coach, and I read it. And here's another good lesson for you guys. I read it, and I said, this is perfect. I get the character. I said, call Jeff. And he sent this cute little email. This is Jeff Davis. I created Criminal Minds. I'm interested. He was trying hard to get me. Right? Well, wait till you see what he's turned into. I love Jeff. So now, what happened was, my agent said, I'll call Jeff. They're shooting in Atlanta next week, and I'll tell them you'll come in tomorrow and audition. I said, no, don't tell them I'm going to audition. Tell them I'll be on the plane tomorrow to Atlanta. Close the deal. And he called and he said, Orny will be there next week, and that was it. That's how I got the part. Only cast member that didn't have to audition. What's going on? Who are you wearing? Is that Beacon Hills?
Yeah.
Hale, yeah. Never played on the team. That much I know.
I was wondering what your all-time favorite coach line was.
And another scene I love taping was the Independence Day speech. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. thing. The whole thing is great, but they couldn't, for legal reasons, they can't release the whole thing. So, but yeah, that's probably my favorite. And then there are moments where I think that scene where I tell Jackson to shut it. Now, what you don't see is like last week I shot a scene with Stalinsky in the classroom, and he was acting, you know, stupid again, like he does. And I say something, I can't disclose what I say, but he was driving me nuts, as he always does. And I said off the cuff, I said, "You're not hot enough to be this stupid." They'll never make it into the show. I remember season 1, I told Posey, I said he looked like Justin, with his Justin Bieber haircut. And that never, I don't think that made it in. So it's just, there's some funny stuff, but yeah. Does that, I don't even know what the question, it doesn't matter what the question is. This is what happens when the camera's rolling. It's like, good luck stopping this train. It's a freight train when Coach is in front of the camera. I should start yelling. Who needs to be yelled at by Coach? Anybody? Well, you already spoke to you. The camera guy. What's your name?
Steven.
Steven. Shut it! Steven! Stupid camera. Thank you.
Hi. So if you were in a movie, who would your dream, like, co-star be?
Well, I would love to work off of like a Vince Vaughn.
Oh.
Yeah, he just seems really cool and loose and stuff like that. But I think, like even a real serious actor I'd like to work off of too. Somebody, I notice when you work with somebody who is really in the moment and real, it brings more out of me. So, yeah, who would you suggest I mean, at this point, I'll work with anybody. There's not an office coming in. You know, I really thought the show would lead to more for me, but it hasn't.
What about Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, Spacey's pretty amazing. Spacey's pretty amazing. If you watch like a Spacey, part of what makes an actor really good is they're really technical, and he gets the technicalities. So like, if you look at the scene I shot last night where I'm in my office, I have no idea how to work with the camera. My jaw's stupid, it looks horrible. Spacey and those guys really understand the technicalities of acting, and he's remarkable. He is. Good acting is great, Yeah. I consider myself a guest in the acting arena. I'm a stand-up, that's what I really love to do, and that's where, like, you'll notice the nuances and the technicalities and stuff. And I encourage everyone to see me live or steal my stuff online.
Steal your merch.
Yeah. Is anybody watching the merch table?
Thank you.
Perfect. How much funnier is this than the other panels, right? This is, yeah, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering how you got into stand-up in the first place.
It's a great question. I always enjoyed being the center of attention and telling jokes, and I was good at it, and people always laughed, and I felt like it's really, a lot of you guys are young, and maybe you're still thinking about what you want to pursue in life. The most important thing is that you love it. And right now, I'm loving life. I love being here. I love being in the moment. I love interacting and being around people that are respectful and nice. And when I go on stage, a lot of these people came and saw me in Irvine or Brea last weekend. That 1 hour is the greatest hour of my life. I love it. I'm free. I'm the writer, director, actor, presenter. I'm everything. And I encourage you in life to find that. Because you have parents, and your parents are telling you right now, I was told to be a doctor. I was told to be a lawyer. I went to Emory University. My parents spent a lot of money on my education. And I studied abroad in Italy, and I discovered the arts. And I realized this is something you can actually do and be happy. And it's not really about the money, it's about being happy. Because I have a lot of friends that live in huge houses, have several houses, and they're not happy. So think about that. Think about what excites you. if it's making pictures and putting them on Tumblr, if it's creating videos, whatever it is, there's a vocation in there, and find it. Find that thing that you love and pursue that.
Hi, my name's Tina.
Hey, Tina.
What has been your strangest interaction with a fan?
When they come up and scream, like in the mall, and everybody else is like, who the hell is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some screaming that makes me a little uncomfortable. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to take a picture with a 14-year-old that doesn't look creepy, you know? You have to, like, give a thumbs up, you have to, I don't know what it is, but I gotta figure that out. Most of the fan interaction is pretty cool, but the screaming, the saddest interaction I ever had was I was walking through the airport, and this little boy, he must have been 6, goes, "It's Coach! Oh my God, it's Coach! It's Coach!" And he was like 6, right, or 8, and so I thought to be funny, I turned around and go, "Shut it!" He looked like he was gonna cry. He thought he was gonna cry. I felt horrible, and now everybody in the airport's like, who's the asshole? And I had to go, give me a hug. I'm running back, give me a hug. It was. And then the other thing I like to do, which backfires every time, is if I'm walking anywhere and I see like a Beacon Hills sweatshirt or something, I'll just get behind the person and go, "Shut it! Shut your mouth!" And one time a girl turned around, she ran, she literally, and I'm going, if she knew it was Coach, this would be such a cool experience. But she's over there calling 911.
Any last takers can jump in the line, otherwise we'll have a few more questions and then end. But if you want to ask, get in the line right now.
Look at that rush.
Hey, I'm Danya. I'm also from the podcast.
Hi.
We would like to know if there's any specific plot point you would love to play out as Coach.
Well, there are several.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's always been, although it's sort of slipping away, the fantasy that Coach was behind everything from the beginning. Because there may be nobody left, right? It's gotten so crazy and stuff like that. But, you know, for Coach to be a hero, like I like the taser thing. I thought that was cool. But again, I like that I'm just separate from the chaos. And I suggested to Jeff in the one where it was my birthday. What's that? Chaos Rising? Was that it? Yeah. I love that you guys know the name of the episodes. I have no idea. And it was Fright Night. And I suggested that I was walking home drunk, and one of the werewolves or she-wolves, there's 8 million wolf things going on now, jumps out and goes, "Aah!" And Coach goes, "Aah!" And just keeps walking. Shut it! Just doesn't care. Coach might have been around for 600 years and has seen it all and doesn't care. That's... Yes. Lacrosse is the most important thing, although Coach really secretly wants to coach basketball in college.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
My name is Squid.
What?
Squid.
Squid?
Squid.
Squid, like a squid. Like S-Q-U-I-D.
Yeah.
Right, so you say that, and you just expect us to just go on like it's a normal, everyday... Yeah, so then Squid came up to the microphone and... No, Squid! Yeah, you know, Squid, every day, Squid comes up to you.
Well, actually, it's my nickname, but...
What do you mean, oh? What happened? What? I have 128 Twitter followers! People know Orny! Squid over here! That's a good point. You win that one.
So my question is,
yes, Squid.
you know the scene where Styles drops the condom in your class.
Yes.
If you personally were like a teacher in that moment, what would you do?
I probably would have, it's a great question, open it up and I would have blown it up. But I mean, I probably, you know, I don't know because you always think you might get fired, but I definitely wouldn't have reacted the way I reacted, you know, that's for sure. I mean, I'd be happy that he's having safe sex, but, you know, Dylan and I change together all the time. There's no way he's acceptable. Kidding, by the way. I wish I could say what Dylan said on the set the other day about our things, but we've never seen each other's things, so that was just me being funny. Maybe he's double XL, I don't know. Are there any more condom questions?
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Roar. It's not so close to win, but it's like one time. So
Yeah.
So my question is, you said earlier that when you were in school, your coach was always like your confidant. I also had a very coach-like coach when I was in high school, and I always it was a big part of my high school and teenage life and things. So I was wondering, your coach, do you ever have, like, do you bring any of that to how you are coach, or any significant like memories that you always kind of just think back on?
Yeah, I mean, my coach always yelled like Finstock does, but he did it like a thing where you try and whistle, but the whistle didn't come out. Like you go, and I tried doing that in the pilot, but it just didn't work. But that, yeah, I mean, Coach Farias, yeah, it's just these. Coach is the guy that if you have a problem, like you're turning into a werewolf, you go see your coach, you know? If you need beer, you go see Coach, you know? That's the type of stuff, you know? If Coach catches you smoking, he doesn't, you know, tell on you. Your coach is your confidant, so.
And then he runs you to the pew.
Yeah. That they definitely do. They definitely make you run suicide and stuff like that until you throw. I used to throw up playing basketball.
And it sucks until you win.
Yeah. What sport did you play?
I was a wrestler.
Oh, wrestler. Squid was too. Interesting squid. Yeah. Do you ever do judo?
No.
Yeah, I saw in the mall in Edmonton they were having a judo contest, and I couldn't figure out
a lot of the same throws, but no.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. This might be our last question. Make it a good one. Who are you wearing? Beacon Hills. Who do you have? Number 11. No. Hail. I don't understand.
It was a gift. It was a gift.
Yeah, well, from somebody that doesn't watch the show.
Okay. Hi, my name is Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
I had a question.
Squid. Nice to meet you. Just an nickname.
My cousin and I, we really love your character, and we actually want to go see you. Wanted to, but we didn't get the chance to. And your stand-up. So I just wanted to know, what's your dreams like venue?
It's a great question. First of all, a lot of you have come up to me and said, I wanted to see a show, but I'm only 18 or whatever. We'll get you in. We'll get you in. Tweet me. Just we'll figure it out. We'll put you in the back with soda or whatever. So don't miss a show because it's, you know, it's really where I'm most comfortable. I would love, you know what I would love to do? I'd love to go back to Boston, where I'm from, and play like it used to be the Wayne Center, which I played on New Year's Eve. I'd love to play for a hometown and just really, you know, I love big audiences, and so that would probably be. Where else would you suggest I play?
I wanted to see you at Flappers in Burbank, so.
That was good. Yeah.
Okay.
Houston. I was in Houston for the Final Four, and I was doing shows, and Kenny Chesney was doing a free show next door. So you can imagine how my attendance was. Who you got? Don't be oh, so you're still here.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And come see me live. They had a big place.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
If you could switch characters with someone, who would it be?
Let's see, who gets the most screen time?
Posey.
Posey does?
Dylan.
I could do Dylan. But I should be something more interesting, shouldn't I? Be Danny, yeah.
Lydia.
What's that?
Lydia.
I love Lydia. She's great. She was so great in the pilot. I mean, we had so much fun in the pilot. It was so cool. I mean, I don't really want to switch with anybody because I love my character so much. I really do. But if I'm forced to, and watch a movie, I think I like the Styles character because he was so much on the outside. Listen, I felt like an outsider my entire life, so I feel comfortable. Even in comedy, there's like an inner circle of comedy that like everyone goes, these are the new hip, you know, trendy guys. I've always been on the outside. I was on the outside, like even yesterday, we all eat lunch together and nobody was sitting at my table. And it felt like high school again. It felt like high school. There was all these, and I'm sitting there and everyone's walking by and I'm going, I'm by myself. Just me, I have no friends over here. No, these are taken. 5 people, they're coming. Nobody judge me. People are coming. It never ends. It never ends. Yeah. Do you notice, and I don't think you're going to see this with the other panelists, when you ask me a question, you actually get 3 answers to different questions.
Hello.
Hey.
So my question is, I wanted to know like which character on the show or which actor you feel like you banter with best with or like can play off of the easiest?
Yeah. You know, clearly Dylan and I have a great chemistry and working relationship. But even as Posey has gotten looser, we were playing around on the lacrosse field the other day, and I said, "Make Daddy proud!" and Posey turns around and he goes, "You're not my daddy." And when I go, "I'm your daddy, and I'll always be your daddy." Don't you forget it. And so he's gotten good playing with me. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I feel like there's more looseness when I do more scenes with the guys. Thank you.
So I think we have the last question, which you can come up.
What's up?
Hi, my name is Dylan, and my question is, what's your favorite episode to film?
Oh, let's see, to film. You know, that dance scene was fun. That was a fun, you know, that might have been the finale of season 1. That was a lot of fun. Let me see, that was fun. Fun in what sense? Like, we all enjoyed it, or just...
Just fun in general.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with you, I have fun almost every time I'm on the set, and I really do enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, I find most of the scenes, you know, fun. I felt like there was a funness to that we had a live band. It was a cool thing, the dance scene. Yeah. But I wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't fun. And I think maybe that's why you guys like the show so much, is because you can see it. You know, all the cast really gets along. You watch the show together. This isn't one of those shows where everyone just goes to their trailers in between takes. There's a love there, and I think that comes through. And we're just so fortunate to have, you know, gathered an audience like you guys that are just hardcore. I mean, you guys are the best. I mean, you should applaud yourselves more than anything, because you make this show better. You make this show better. What you're doing on Twitter, on Tumblr, not so much on Facebook, it encourages the actors, it encourages the writers and producers, and it puts an importance on what we're doing. So don't stop. Don't stop. What's that? This is it. This is great. This is great. This is my first convention. I hope I would do other ones. I never get invited. I'm on the outside.
Thank you.
I know. We're closed on a no.
Just to, I think, summarize on behalf of everything we talked about, like you've talked about dramatic and the comedic and the sort of aggressiveness, do you, at the end of the day, think Coach is a good teacher?
Yeah, I honestly feel you're going to learn more from Coach than anybody. I feel like Coach is the voice of reason on the show. I mean, I think that you know, if you talk about what he does in the classroom, also out on the field, this is the guy you should be paying attention to.
Okay.
I mean it.
Oh, I'm not laughing at you. I think he is. We call you like the MVP often because you all of the moments with the cast like Meredith, or even with like the card for Isaac, like you're very compassionate with the students despite the crazy aggression, and that's a nice balance. So well, congratulations.
Thank you. There's always love, and then there's always sort of, I don't know if you saw Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams. You know, that's good teaching. It's not always in the book. It's not always on the page. There's a way to take a condom flying out of a pocket and make it a teachable moment. And so I'm saying, have the courage in life to go beyond the pages in the book and be what you are. That's what Coach would tell you. Thank you.